Hi, greetings. I'm doing this video primarily for my son, Jamie, who's still trapped in the organisation I raised him up in, the Watchtower, Jehovah's Witnesses. I was in that from my early 20s until my early 60s when I broke away 3 years ago. So for Jamie, when I resigned, I didn't have the internet, by the way, 3 years ago. My son came to see me and said, Dad, don't resign, just sit at the back of the Kingdom Hall. He made a very valid point. He said, Dad, there's so many videos on YouTube. Don't forget, I didn't have the internet. He did. Against JWs. And now, looking in hindsight, he was right. There's more videos on YouTube against Jehovah's Witnesses than Mormons, Scientologists, Now here's my take. I'm going with his forum, his take. Yeah, you're right, son. If you're escaping the Watchtower, the most damaging people that can influence you are ex-Jehovah's Witnesses who've become these: atheists, agnostics, homosexuals, lesbians. Big time. They've left behind their first love, and they do these prolific videos attacking the Watchtower. That's all they do. That's all they're consumed with, attacking the Watchtower. Remember, when you point a finger, there's three pointing back at you. I would dread to think my son Jamie would leave the Watchtower and become an atheist, homosexual, agnostic, etc. It's so obvious to me. I've got a degree in psychology, by the way. I know what's going on here. These ex-Jehovah's Witnesses are extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. They do a marvellous job, better than I do, exposing the Watchtower. And that's all they do. They're consumed with it. To cloud and disguise the forum they've gone into. Atheism, agnosticism, lesbianism, homosexuality. Buff. That's why I am actually not liked in the ex-Jehovah's Witness forum. Yeah, okay. I drank at the same bar with you, like the same organisation. It doesn't mean I'm going to join you in your other bars. Atheism, agnosticism, homosexuality and lesbianism. I have nothing in common with you except that I drank at the same fountain of lies. You have nothing of any credence or substance to offer the sincere Bible student, namely Jehovah's Witnesses. You are lost boys and girls. Do you really think you're going to bring the Watchtower down? No, you ain't. You ain't. The Father will do that in his own jurisdiction, his own timetable, along with all false religion. You use the platform of attacking the Watchtower as an excuse for your own licentiousness. Peter says, they promise you freedom. They promise you freedom, while they themselves exist as slaves to corruption. Watch out. Ex-Jehovah's Witnesses in the majority are extremely dangerous. I'm in communication with a number of ex-JWs who uphold the principle of the Bibles, like Trudy Zelenka, this is for you, Trudy, Sheila Ray. Very few. Very few. But the majority of the XJWs are lost girls and boys. Attacking the watchtower to make you look squeaky clean does not impress me much. It's like John Cedar's Evan Lloyd. Wonderful job he does exposing watchtower. What is he now? I've talked to him twice on the phone. What is he now? Agnostic. Like maybe there's a God, I don't know. Ex-elder, by the way. Maybe there's a God. Crazy, man. Crazy shit, man. What happens when you leave the watchtower, if you're not very careful, you go to another cult, another forum, right? Where you see a key figure, a charismatic figure like John Cedar's Evan Lloyd, okay? And you start adoring him. He's no one. He's Peter Flesh. He's scumbag, basically. Lost boy. Lost boy. And then you throw the Bible that way, because you've been hoodwinked through the false prophecies of the watchtower. You say the Bible's wrong. Really? The Bible's wrong then because of the false prophecies of the watchtower. You have no intelligence whatsoever. Whatsoever. Most of you XJWs, nothing of intelligence or comprehension of truth. You're in a comfortable attacking zone now, right? Why don't you go and attack the big fish like the Catholic Church, etc.? No, because you want to make yourself look good, because you can attack the small fish like the watchtower. I know where you're coming from. I've got a degree in psychology. I know exactly where you're coming from. And that's why I won't be any part of your forum unless you are bringing people to Messiah. That's the paramount thing. Unless you're bringing people to Messiah, get behind me. I don't care about your intelligence or your hurt. I can match that big time, by the way. You're so consumed in this squeaky violin. oh, I've been damaged. You use the watchtower as a pawn for your forum to exclaim where you are now, advocating atheism, agnosticism, homosexuality, lesbianism. Get behind me. Jamie, my son, know this fact. If you watch this video, Jamie, I think you do. I've not left my first love for my Father and the Scriptures. I'm no part of this ex-Jehovah's Witness community. No part of any kind of cult or religion. I don't need friends. I don't need so-called friends on the internet. I know the Messiah spoke truth. I know the Scriptures are truth. I don't need any governing body in New York to tell me truth. It was a big decision, Jamie, when I left the Watchtower 3 years ago, and now you can no longer speak to me or even text me, right? Before I die, I want you to know this. I'm no part of any ex-Jehovah's Witness community. No part of the world, if you like. Shalom.